Hello, Central Christian Church. This is Adam Harmon, and as we prepare to come back to this space to worship on August 2nd, I wanted to go over some of our safety guidelines. The elders and myself have worked very hard on these guidelines in an effort to keep everybody in our community safe as we start to come back together to worship. First and foremost, I want to emphasize that if you are not feeling well, or if you are feeling uneasy about everything that's going on right now and are not sure about coming back to worship, that is perfectly all right. What is important to us, first and foremost, is your safety as an individual. We miss you dearly, but we want you to be safe during this time and respect your decisions, whether that is to come and worship or whether that is to stay home and continue to worship online. To reduce the spread of viruses, we as a church have continued to maintain sanitation and cleanliness around the building. We want to make sure that you wash your hands, that you sanitize yourself as you are in the building, before and after you leave the building. As a church, we also want to make sure that you are wearing a mask. Masks are required to be in our building and to worship with us. This is for your safety and for the safety of everyone who is here. Those masks also need to be worn properly. They need to be up over the nose and under the mouth so that nothing can escape. As you enter the building, you will find a wellness check station inside the foyer where you will be asked to have your temperature taken and will be asked a few questions. If anybody has a temperature over 100.4, they will be asked to return home and will not be allowed to come in and worship. Again, this is for the safety of our people, and we thank you ahead of time for your participation. As you enter, you will have a spot after the wellness station where you can pick up communion, both gluten-free and regular communion. These are self-contained communion cups that have the juice and the bread already contained. You will take those to your seat, and during worship, when we celebrate communion, we will partake together as a community. The plastic from these cups can then be thrown away in a trash can as you exit the building. We encourage everyone during our time here to remain socially distant, to discourage from handshaking and hugs, but we do encourage you to maintain your distance while you're in the building and around the worship space. Because we will not have nursery services during this time, we have established a family area in the front section of the chapel off to the side of the sanctuary. In this space, you will find comfortable seating. You'll find a place for your children to gather and play while you enjoy worship. You will also find a TV on the wall that will project the same images and songs that we are projecting in the sanctuary space. That way you can feel part of worship. Pews will be marked off to ensure social distancing. Right now we have tape marking off the pews. The open pews are the ones that you will be able to sit in, but we encourage you, as there may be two different families in the same pew, to maintain your 6 feet distance. And just a reminder that if we are unable to stay below the 75 people, which is capacity for our sanctuary at this time, that we will still encourage people to be at home live streaming worship, which we now have the capability to do every Sunday and will continue for many years to come to live stream our services. Because of the way we have things set up, we will not be handling offering trays. We have offering baskets on the way in and in the front and the back of the sanctuary. This will allow you to place your offering in the basket on Sunday morning. We also have cards by those baskets that simply say, I give my stewardship through electronic giving. And feel free to place one of those in the basket as a spiritual discipline as we gather if you are continuing to give online. There's also a trash can in this area for dropping our communion off. We will not be singing during worship, as we do not want any unnecessary particles to be expelled during worship. And we also will not be using bulletins, as those will not be handed out. So everything that you will need for worship will be on the screen in front of the worship space. The congregation at the close of worship can exit in many different ways. We can certainly exit through the front doors, but also the rear doors that go around the garth. By doing this, we will keep ourselves from congregating in one space for any length of time. And although this may be hard for many of us, unfortunately, we will not have coffee hour at this time, as it is not safe. So we encourage you to bring your own coffee with you on Sunday morning. I know I certainly will have mine. I thank you for your support of our church during this challenging time. Please know that we are doing all we can to keep you safe. If you feel comfortable in joining us on August 2nd as we start worship, that is wonderful. If you would rather stay home, we look forward to reading your comments, and we hope that you enjoy our service. Everyone here at Central Christian Church cares about your safety and is keeping you in prayer during this challenging time. Have a great day, and God bless.